Welcome, true crime enthusiasts, to a spine-chilling journey into the twisted world of cults. Today, we delve into three harrowing tales that shook the very foundations of society. Get ready for Cults of Darkness as we unravel the mysteries of Heaven's Gate, the Jonestown Massacre, and the Manson family. I'll be your guide on this download of terror. In the early 1970s, Marshall Applewhite and Bonnie Nettles embarked on a quest that would lead them to form Heaven's Gate, a cult with a belief system so unconventional it would shock the world. The promise of extraterrestrial salvation and a spacecraft trailing the Hale-Bopp comet set the stage for a chilling tale of ascension. Heaven's Gate wasn't just a group, it was a tightly controlled society where members severed ties with their past lives. The charismatic leaders, Marshall Applewhite known as Do, and Bonnie Nettles as T, held absolute authority. But what drew people to this cult, and what dark secrets lay beneath the surface? The cult's doctrines combined elements of Christianity with a belief in extraterrestrial existence. Members adopted ascetic lifestyles and followed rigorous disciplines. But it was the impending arrival of a spacecraft linked to the Hale-Bopp comet that would set Heaven's Gate on a tragic course. As the years passed, Heaven's Gate became obsessed with the belief that salvation was imminent. The mysterious Hale-Bopp comet became a sign, an omen. Members believed their only path to survival was to shed their human bodies and ascend to the approaching spacecraft. But what led them to such a desperate and fatal conclusion? The date was March 26, 1997. In a mansion in Rancho Santa Fe, California, the cult's chilling endgame played out. Wearing matching uniforms and Nike sneakers, 39 members ingested a lethal concoction, believing it would facilitate their journey to the stars. The eerie scene, meticulously arranged, sent shockwaves around the world. The aftermath was as haunting as the events themselves. Bodies arranged with precision, farewell letters, and small bags containing personal identification. The legacy of this cult serves as a stark cautionary tale, urging us to remain vigilant against the influence of charismatic leaders who may lead their followers down a path of no return. Next stop on this train of horror, a charismatic preacher, Jim Jones. In the 1950s, he founded the People's Temple, a church that initially promised equality and unity. As Jones's influence grew, so did the darkness within the cult. By the late 70s, the People's Temple had relocated to Guyana, South America, where they established Jonestown, an apparent paradise hiding a nightmarish reality. As the jungle embraced Jonestown, a facade of utopia concealed a web of control. The whispers of discontent among followers grew louder, drowned out only by Jim Jones's charismatic sermons. The air in Jonestown thickened with tension, a prelude to the tragedy that awaited. On November 18, 1978, the world witnessed a horror beyond imagination. Fearing exposure of his cult's abuses, Jones orchestrated a mass murder-suicide. Over 900 followers, under the influence of a cyanide-laced fruit punch, met their demise. The jungle echoed with the anguished cries of those trapped in a web of manipulation. Picture the lush landscape of Jonestown, an idyllic facade concealing the grim reality of the final act. Bodies lay scattered around the compound, each one a silent testament to the depths of despair. The once promised paradise had become a graveyard, a chilling stage for one of history's most heinous acts. As the news reverberated globally, shockwaves of disbelief and horror echoed. Questions lingered. How could a charismatic leader compel hundreds to take their own lives? The motivations behind Jonestown remained shrouded in darkness. Was it blind devotion, fear, or a culmination of psychological manipulation that led to this unthinkable tragedy? The jungle that once concealed the horrors of Jonestown now stands as a silent witness to the depths humanity can sink when led astray. We now move to the turbulent 60s, a time of counterculture and rebellion. Charles Manson, a failed musician and ex-convict, seized the opportunity to manipulate vulnerable souls. Under his charismatic sway, the Manson family formed an eclectic commune of followers drawn into a web of apocalyptic visions and violence. As the Manson family settled into the Spahn Ranch, the shadows of darkness stretched across the sunlit hills. Manson's magnetic charisma and apocalyptic prophecies created an atmosphere of foreboding. The calm exterior of communal living concealed a malevolent undercurrent that would soon erupt into infamy. In the summer of 1969, Manson unleashed a wave of terror that would send shockwaves through society. Under his command, followers brutally murdered pregnant actress Sharon Tate and others in the infamous Tate LaBianca killings. The serene hills of California became the backdrop for a nightmare. Picture the serene homes of Hollywood, now stained with the blood of innocents. Bodies arranged in grotesque scenes. Messages scrawled in blood, a chilling tableau of Manson's vision of helter-skelter. The city was gripped by fear as the manhunt for the Manson family intensified. As the Manson family faced justice, the nation grappled with the realization that darkness could lurk even in the most unsuspecting corners. Why did Manson's followers commit such heinous acts? What compelled seemingly ordinary people to carry out brutal murders under his influence? The Spahn Ranch, once a commune of communal living, stands as a haunting testament to the atrocities that unfolded in its shadow. As we conclude our journey through these chilling cult stories, we're left with a haunting realization: the thin line between enlightenment and darkness. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and stay tuned for more tales from the dark corners of reality. If you found this exploration intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more. I've been your guide, and this was your download of terror. Until next time.